It is, in fact, Ilya Dragunov versus Seth Rollins. Dragunov is the NXT World Champion. Rollins is the first ever NXT World Champion. So it is a story of generations between the new crop of NXT and the original. Rollins, much like Lashley, much like Lashley, is going into the Money in the Bank match and is attempting to go into the Money in the Bank match with a little bit of momentum. However much momentum he can get by defeating Ilya Dragunov. And Dragunov is looking to curtail Rollins' momentum heading into Money in the Bank with a victory against the Architect. Or the former Architect, I should say. Ilya Dragunov has shown his power and unique offensive maneuvers. Rollins with a jumping knee takes down Dragunov. Dragunov gets sent into the ropes. I feel like that was meant to happen, but I've never seen that before. And if you want to talk about unique offense, that unique offense was on display by Rollins. Dragunov went for a jumping enziguri. And speaking of jumping, head scissor takeover by Dragunov catches Rollins off guard. Ripcord lariat and a ladder press. 2. Rollins kicked out. Uranagi by Dragunov. Every cover that Dragunov goes for, and every time Rollins has to kick out, it takes a little bit more and a little bit more out of him. Dragunov get caught with a crossbody, seeking the crossbody, and Rollins drops him with a rib breaker. Every time I see the move, it's like I want to repeat what the move used to be called, but I can't remember. Rollins nails Dragunov with a super kick. Super kicks him again. Just right in the face. Dragunov surprises Rollins, who went to the top rope. And Dragunov beals Rollins off the top. Spinning back fist by Dragunov. Rollins reversed him. Rollins takes down Dragunov with a crossface. Rollins takes down Dragunov with a crossface. Surprising Ilya Dragunov and surprising myself with a submission. But Dragunov finds his way out of it. And finds himself in a submission hold of his own for Rollins. Rollins drops him with a stunner. Or jawbreaker, whatever you want to call it. Rollins drops him throat first across the top rope. Ladder press. Dragunov surprises Rollins again, coming off the top rope. Dragunov chops. We saw this. I mean, it must be the European style. Or it might be the European style, because we see this with Gunther all the time. The highlight of Dragunov's career thus far has been his matches with Gunther. But you gotta figure that a highlight of his career right now is stepping in the ring with Seth Rollins. Dragunov goes back to what's worked. And this powerbomb, deadlift powerbomb, showing the power of Ilya Dragunov, has worked every single time he's done it. Dragunov again gets dropped throat first across the top rope by Rollins. Rollins is now attacking the arm of Dragunov. I don't know if he got him low, but it looked like he went high enough. Variation. Super kick. Spinning back fist takes down Rollins. Dragunov goes for the ladder press. And the Mad Dragon gets a 2. Back to the chops, back to working on the sternum. You gotta figure that those chops are preparing Rollins for Torpedo Moscow. Dragunov went for the corner clothesline. Rollins blocked him. I think Rollins thought he was going for another chop, but Dragunov surprised him with a DDT instead. And this time caught him off guard with the knife-edge chops. Rollins. Dragunov's in the corner. Dragunov's in the corner. You know what comes next. You know what comes next. Torpedo Moscow. Torpedo Moscow by Ilya Dragunov. And Rollins kicks out at the count of 2. Rollins kicks out at the count of 2. Dragunov went for the move one too many times. You gotta figure that he's gotta start switching up the arsenal, because you go to the well one too many times with somebody like Rollins, he will make you pay. Ilya Dragunov just sent Rollins to the outside. Ilya Dragunov just sent Rollins to the outside. But Rollins popped himself back up. Rollins reverses Dragunov. These two are trading soup bones. Roaring elbow by Rollins. Takes down Dragunov. Dragunov finds himself back up. And the discus. The spinning back fist. Uranagi. Uranagi by Dragunov takes down Rollins. Clothesline. Yes, we're gonna just say clothesline because I wouldn't even wager a guess how to pronounce that move actually. Into the corner goes Ilya Dragunov with Rollins. Just waylays Rollins out of the corner. He just waylays Rollins out of the corner. And Dragunov is going Torpedo Moscow again. But Rollins blocked him this time. Rollins moved out of the way, sidestepping Dragunov and sidestepping Torpedo Moscow. Short arm clothesline reverses Dragunov. Forearm shiver rocks him. Rollins pulls Dragunov away from the ropes. Rollins pulls Dragunov away from the ropes, but Dragunov is rolling to the ropes. Dragunov rolls away. Rollins grazes him with a dropkick. Dragunov sends Rollins sailing to the outside. Dragunov sends Rollins sailing to the outside. Dragunov is on the top rope waiting for Rollins. Big clothesline, let's call it, off the top rope by Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov finds himself back into the ring with the offense. This match has taken its toll on these two men. Hard-hitting affair, quick and insane. And I think that it wasn't a flying clothesline. It was a flying headbutt by Dragunov. Dragunov gets only a 2 count as Rollins kicks out again. Dragunov only gets a 2 as Rollins kicks out again. Dragunov gets taken down with a fury of Dragunov takes down Rollins with a fury of offense. Wait a second. The blackout. The blackout. Rollins just plants Dragunov with a blackout. Rollins just planted Dragunov with a blackout. And Dragunov kicks out at the count of 2. Dragunov kicks out at the count of 2. And then he surprises Rollins with a roll-up. The blood is flowing freely on the forehead of Ilya Dragunov. The blood is flowing freely on the forehead of Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov goes for a running lariat, but Rollins sidesteps. The blood is flowing freely on the forehead of Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov, he gets planted, not once, now twice, with the blackout. No! Dragunov kicked out! Dragunov kicked out again! Dragunov kicked out again! How the hell did Ilya Dragunov find it within himself to kick out again? Middle rope Phoenix Splash by Rollins. Middle rope Phoenix Splash by Seth Rollins. Once the blood started flowing freely out of the forehead of Ilya Dragunov, things started to switch. Things started to change. Dragunov kicks out again. Dragunov is showing heart. He's showing that he's not going to give up. But the fact of the matter is, this might be it. This might be it. Crossface might be enough to take down Ilya Dragunov. But Dragunov is not giving up. Dragunov is not giving up. Dragunov is not losing. Dragunov is not giving up. The blood is trickling out of the forehead, trickling out of the cut, right in the middle of the forehead on Ilya Dragunov. The pain is etched on his face, but Ilya Dragunov is not giving up. Spinning back fist, Dragunov's back in the matchup. Dragunov is somehow back in this one. Rollins, up in the corner, big boots to the face, boots to the face. Crossbody takes down Rollins. Crossbody takes down Rollins. Dragunov, lariat. Dragunov levels Rollins with a lariat. Dragunov levels Rollins with a lariat. He's setting him up. Dragunov is setting up Seth Rollins for Torpedo Moscow. Torpedo Moscow. Torpedo Moscow by Dragunov. 2. Rollins kicked out. Rollins kicked out. Rollins kicked out. I mean, these two are, I mean, that's only, I don't know what to say. DDT takes down Rollins. I don't know what to say anymore. These two are leaving me speechless by the fact that this match is still going. Even after everything these two have done to each other. Dragunov went for a top rope double axe handle. Rollins avoided him. Liger bomb! Liger bomb by Ilya Dragunov. But Dragunov gets a rope break. Rollins gets out of it. Rope break stunts the momentum for Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov is up top. Ilya Dragunov is up top. Jumping knee. Jumping knee rocks the sternum. Knocks the wind out of Seth Rollins. And that's it. That's it. That was enough. Dragunov gets the victory over Seth Rollins. Ilya Dragunov gets the victory over Seth Rollins. You gotta figure that leaves something to be desired for Rollins heading into Money in the Bank. But Dragunov, the blood, it shows the toughness of Ilya Dragunov, that he edged out that victory, that he toughed out that win against Seth Rollins. I don't know what to say, but props to the Mad Dragon. With that being said, that is it from me, and I will see you in the next one.